Hey everybody, how you doing? I won't take up too much of your time, but Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, needs to fire Ken Dorsey now, today. No hesitation, because he is ruining Coach Dorsey, the offensive coordinator, Jameis Winston in terms of how he throws the ball, footwork, techniques, placement, everything. And let me show you what Jameis Winston learned when he was with Sean Payton and how, by comparison, he's not learning it with Ken Dorsey. This is from the Saints training camp. This was 2020, 2021, excuse me. And this would be Jameis Winston's first year as a starter with the New Orleans Saints. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. It's going to go over and over again, but I want you to look at what I'm showing you. This is Winston under center, and what I want you to pay attention to is this. They get set. Look at how he drops back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and throw boom. What he did was what is called throwing without a hitch step. Okay? This is a technique developed by Bill Walsh for the San Francisco 49ers. 1, 2, 3, all right? And when Winston stops and throws, he throws off of his foot just like that. He doesn't take a step. That's throwing on time. That's throwing without a hitch step. That's making sure the ball gets there. See that? And it does. It drops like dropping right into the bucket. Now, no, they don't do this again and again and again, but I'm showing it to you in this video again and again and again to emphasize the drop back, the timing. You can count these steps. You can look at him and count these steps. All right, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, gone. All right.
This isn't something that Jameis has done
Look again.
for the Buccaneers.
Same play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitch step. No hitch step. Excuse me. Gone. Now, if it was a hitch step, he would take an extra step and then launch the ball. But this is a hard pass to throw. 1, 2, 3. Gone. Okay? Let's count them out precisely. It counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gone. Let's do it again. Set. Gets them set, barks the signals. Takes a snap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gone. Note, he throws off his foot. Back foot push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push. Boom. Throwing without a hitch step is an art. Jameis Winston learned it under Sean Payton. That's what this shows. All right. Now, learning this paid great dividends. Why? Because it eventually led to the first touchdown that Winston threw against his old team, the Buccaneers, on Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, a game that would end Jameis Winston's season when Devin White later tackled him, horse collar, tore his ACL. Prior to that, Jameis Winston was 14 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions over 7 games. That's because of Sean Payton's teaching Jameis Winston how to control the football with the passing game. Ball control, passing techniques. Throwing without a hitch step, throwing on time with respect to the receiver. Making sure the receiver is where the receiver is supposed to be. Very, very important. This is the guts of ball control passing. What some would call the West Coast offense is really about how to throw the football in an accurate way so it can be done consistently over and over again. That's the idea. Let me show you the dividends this paid later that same year. This was 2021, okay? right here. This was against the Buccaneers Monday night. This is a signature touchdown, the first one. Look at the blocking. This happens because the Saints offensive linemen take on the Buccaneers offensive linemen right on the line of scrimmage. They don't retreat. Dorsey has his offensive lineman retreating and bringing the rushers to Jameis Winston. How many times have you seen the pocket just collapse around Jameis Winston when he was playing with the Browns, when he's playing with the Browns now, right? Look at this pocket. Look at the distance between the rushers and Winston as he goes back to throw. And then watch what happens. Watch what happens.
In 2021,
Boom. Gone. On time. And look how he throws it. Without a hitch step. In fact, take a look at it again.
in
Right here?
2020,
See that? He threw without a hitch step. He took his step and threw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bam, it's gone.
Jameis Winston proved his mastery of the
Touchdown. All right? And he continued to learn that the very next year,
He's working to hone and
in
refine
training
his
camp.
craft now that he has a
Working with
full
Jarvis
training camp
Landry.
to work with for the first time since the pandemic
the
started.
trouble is that Dennis Allen, for some strange reason, decided to use him in more of a Mike Martz style of offense rather than what Sean Payton was
getting
doing.
used to his new star, the
Okay.
legendary Jarvis Landry. Now, Landry
It's very puzzling.
may imply that the Saints are going to throw long, as you can see here with his,
All right, very
One-handed
puzzling
catch.
development. But nonetheless,
but you would be fooled.
with Sean Payton, Jameis Winston had an incredible, as you can see, an incredible season with incredible games like this one on Monday Night Football against his former team, the Buccaneers. Now let me show you what Dorsey is doing now that's completely ruining Jameis Winston. Just 100% ruining him. And it's awful. Okay? Excuse me for a second. And this is a very bad, okay? Very bad look for any coaching staff to be associated with. It's right here. Excuse me. It's right here. And I want you to see something. This is something you will never going to see. You're never going to see this.
That's wrong with the Browns.
You will never see this with the Saints. If you look back on the film from 2021 when Jameis Winston was being coached by Sean Payton. You see this? All these offensive linemen are retreating in almost a vertical set style. Vertical set is a type of upright pass blocking that calls for you to retreat immediately to a launch point. The trouble is that you wind up bringing the defensive lineman with you, and it collapses the pocket much faster. That's what happened in this instance. This was from the Chiefs game. All right? When Jameis dropped back, he wasn't dropping back with respect to countable steps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gone. Ken Dorsey doesn't teach that. He does not emphasize that in his offense. Ken Dorsey's method of teaching the passing game is sloppy, and it produces sloppy results. Sloppy results in terms of ball placement, sloppy results in terms of receiver routes, sloppy results in terms of separation. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. I argue that Ken Dorsey is a quack who has no business teaching the modern passing game in the NFL. Send him to college. which isn't fair to collegiate students because he learns their bad habit, or they learn his bad habits. Ken Dorsey must be made to learn precision, how to do precision passing, and then how to teach precision passing. It is not Jameis Winston's job to teach his boss. Dorsey can very easily sit him. But the reason why Winston has been able to stay in is because he is doing, Jameis Winston, what Ken Dorsey wants him to do. And Dorsey has figured this out thus so. He said, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to have Jameis Winston take risks because those risks produce touchdowns. They make me look good. Now, when he starts producing interceptions, all I have to do is say, well, it's his fault. Because they'll look at him and they'll blame him and they won't blame me. That's dastardly. And that's why I'm saying Ken Dorsey needs to be fired now. Because Ken Dorsey is going to take that same behavior, he's going to attach it to anyone else he coaches. There's a good reason why the Bills fired Ken Dorsey early. Ken does not want to learn precision passing. He wants to essentially do what he did in Miami, which was fine. We have college athletes. But in the National Football League, the defenders are superhuman. You have to have precision passing. Ken Dorsey is not the person to teach it. He must be fired today. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. Thank you.